Think about the people who you know are over there. Your freaking stupid Uncle Louie or whatever. They're dumb. They're not like high-level thinkers. They're not academic people. They're not intellectual people. They're the freaking lowest of our low. That's why I came when presidents always says we have the best military in the world. Presidents, anybody. I was like, no, we don't. The data is in. We don't have a good military. We haven't been able to beat these guys wearing freaking robes and chanclas for 15 years. We haven't been able to beat anyone since World War II.
The data's in?
Well, that is just not an accurate description of the soldiers in the U.S. military and specifically in the U.S. Army. The U.S. military, for very good reason, is the most highly respected institution in our nation because not only of the education level, but of the character and commitment of those that serve. I have to tell you, and you've been around them, the passion that these people come in the Army with and the skills they bring to the Army. We have doctors, lawyers, combat infantrymen, cyber specialists. 17 presidents are former soldiers, more than any educational, civic, or civilian institution have come out of the Army. 450 Olympic athletes, over 100 gold, silver, bronze medals. In fact, next week we will have 9 soldiers in the Winter Olympic Games. So next week we'll have soldiers in Korea earning bronze medals for athletic excellence and soldiers in Afghanistan earning bronze stars for valor.
General, there's a danger, though, because you have cited all facts and you know the quality of people to serve, but you have a bunch of teachers who feel like that and feel free enough to blast you, the men and women who serve. That goes right against what you're trying to do, and that's recruit the best and the brightest for the best country in the planet.
Well, I'll just echo General Kelly's comment that the reason I and my family serve, both of my children are soldiers, the reason General Kelly's family has served is so that people have the right to express their feelings, and obviously he's taking full advantage of that liberty that we fight hard and afford him. I would offer to him, as somebody who is also involved in training and education, I'm sure he understands the mark of an educated person as an open-minded person who wants to learn as much as he can. So I invite him personally to come to my headquarters. I will introduce him to our Army, his Army. I will let him see his soldiers. I'll take him down to the Army Cyber Center of Excellence. I'll take him to Fort Leonard, where we train engineers. I'll take him to Fort Benning so he can meet combat infantrymen, and he can see the quality of people. And then I'll take him to Walter Reed and talk to wounded warriors, and in their own words, let them describe why they put sacrifice above their own personal safety to serve their nation. And then I'll take him with me the next time I have the honor to represent our leadership at Arlington for a funeral, and let him talk to the family members and let them tell him how proud they are of their sons and daughters that serve our nation.
Wow, extremely well said. You might have to keep him from General Kelly, if you don't mind, on that tour, because I don't think he'll be as diplomatic, but great, very well said. First
if that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit, like, constantly.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker. Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
What is going on? Yes. Welcome to Sergeant's Time. Welcome to the Halloween special. Sergeant's Time. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence this 31 October 2019er. There we go. How y'all doing? Spank, what's up, man? Are you like all like butthurt or something like that? Why y'all quiet?
Oh, no. Well, because, I have this issue with finding the button. Hey, y'all. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Oh, man. Anyways. So there we go. And there we have it. So how you been? Everything all right?
Everything's good. I'm about to try to find this guy's house, Spooner, because he has full-size bars.
But wait,
Not
say
trick-or-treaters.
that again now?
Full-size bars. I'm about to go to his house.
Wait.
I gotta go. No, I'm kidding.
I'm about to say, you got full-size bars, dude? Dude, no way.
I know.
Are you for real? Are you bullshitting? You really got full-size bars, man?
I know. He's going to be a legend. I never got
man.
full-size bars as
I'm about
a
to
kid.
say, dude, yeah, exactly.
Mom wouldn't drive us to the rich part of town.
Exactly. Anyways, how y'all doing tonight? Hope y'all like the intro. Hey, what's up, Bailey? Yeah, it's a pretty freaking. What do you think? Did you like the intro at least? Did you see the intro? Spanky?
Oh, I did. That was fancy.
Yeah, wasn't that fancy? That was like la-di-da-di fancy potties. You know what I mean? I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, it took me some time to do. I had to get that stuff pre-tested and have everybody look at it and stuff like that, and I have some I guess you would say some reviews on it, to make sure that it was good to go. And after all that, then we were good to go. It was good to go. I will say this, that it took some time to do all that stuff and render all that. But hey, it's for the vets. Wait, it's for the kids. Are we supposed to say it's for the kids or for the vets or what? I mean,
both.
It's for the kids. It's for the children. It's all for the children that's inside of us.
Children of the corn.
Children of the corn.
That's
Exactly.
kind of kid that's inside me.
Exactly. Oh my God, this is an awesome night. Hope you guys are out there. I know some of you have already messaged me saying that, hey, they're going to be listening to us while they're trick or treating. All that's kind of cool. I'm kind of digging that. I think that's really a freaking good deal to have us be part of your trick or treating festivities, and it kind of got kind of. It makes you. It just kind of gets you in the feels knowing that you're part of the family. Family. You know what I mean? You're part of the family. Did they cancel trick or treating in Iraq? Huh? Wow, that sucks. I don't know. Do you really think that they're trick or treating in Iraq? Since we've been out of, are we sort of kind of out of there? Since Iraq has been Iraq, have they like kind of adopted? I know they've adopted Valentine's Day, and that freaked everybody out. So I'm just curious to know if they adopted Operation Halloween Freedom. We will bring Halloween to the Iraqis. We'll bring them to justice.
I mean, anything that's down for free candy. That's the only reason why I would celebrate Valentine's Day.
Right. Well, free?
Give the hard candy.
Well, I'm just curious because it's funny that the Iraqis all talk about their they're developing some of. Wait, they're having some riots or some shit like that right now. I'm not supposed to be sergeant's time. We're supposed to be a special sergeant's time talking about hanging out and trick or treating and all that. But yeah. So.
But things still happen in the world.
Still doesn't happen. Yeah. For just real quick, Fort Jackson canceled their festivities for trick or treating because the weather's really bad around the Columbia area. So Brigadier General Beagle and Command Sergeant Major Gann had decided to go ahead and postpone it for tomorrow. So tomorrow you get a weekend of trick or treating. That's kind of cool since the weather's all bad. But yeah, exactly. Ain't no.
Is there a
candy
tornado or hurricane?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm not buying that.
I have no. Yeah, I have no idea. Really, I do not have any idea what's the story with that.
Like how bad is the weather? Because you know how hard it is to explain to like a 4 or 5-year-old. I'm sorry, you can't go trick or treating tonight. Yes, I know it's Halloween.
Leave them outside then. You don't believe me that it's the weather sucks for trick or treating? Then let's go outside. Let's go. We'll see what's up. What are you doing? If you don't believe me that it's freaking trick or treat time, then then go outside. Go outside and see what happens.
I mean, these are military kids. Like some of them have been like stationed like in Alaska or Fort Drum, and they've gone trick or treating like through snowdrifts and shit like that. And they're like, it's just raining. Can we go trick or treating?
Yeah, exactly. You're sitting there. It's all storming and raining, and everyone's freaking out. Well, it depends on where you're at too.
Right.
I know some states. Just pretty much where you're from, unless it's like you're Florida, where the weather changes every 5 seconds. It's I guess subjective to the area where you're at. I guess there was like a tornado just spotted, and there was a picture of the main page guys were showing in the office, and I'm like, oh wow, that looks like it sucks. Colorado's got snow. Fort Riley's got snow. Fort Leavenworth's got snow. It was just snow. It's like starting to snow and getting cold and all that. Meanwhile, in the South, 78 degrees. I showed you the picture of what Pineland looked like, right?
Right. No, it was cold here.
Everyone was sharing in the chats what the weather was like in their respective AOs, and yeah. Well, who had it worse was freaking radar. Radar was like -5 or some shit.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. And I bet them kids up there are out trick or treating.
Think so?
I bet they. Yes. Yes, I bet they are. Just put them big ass winter coats on over your costume. Don't nobody know what your fucking costume is.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Don't you? Well, some of the costumes that you have already are pretty warm, unless you're if you're dressed up like a Wookiee or something like that. But we're seeing some pictures in the main page inbox of little childrens running around in their cute little costumes and all that. So there was some drama that was posted in a Yahoo article. Why kids should not be dressing up as stormtroopers due to the fact of the negative connotation that the name stormtrooper has on that. And I say to that person who wrote that article on Yahoo, kiss off. You can kiss my butt on that one. There's no need to sit there. First off, it's fake. I mean, I don't want to say stormtroopers aren't real, but stormtroopers are real. But they're well, anyways, in my mind. So, anyways, my whole point being is that if you're letting the kids dress up, let them dress up what they want. They want to dress up like Princess Leia with a gun and a blaster, or they want to dress up, as some other characters from the famous comics and stuff like that. Then why not? What's wrong with that? Why are you gonna sit there and dampen somebody's mood by saying that shit sucks? You know what I mean? That's kind of like, it's kind of messed up. Or saying it's got a negative connotation.
Because they can't shoot. Maybe that's it. I don't think that's what the author was going for, though.
Well, I don't think they. I don't think they realize that they're trying. Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make Halloween not fun. They're trying to make Halloween not offensive. They're trying to make Halloween not. The whole idea of Halloween was to dress up as someone else, so that way the evil spirits won't come get you and get you confused, or you know what I mean? It's kind of like throwing off that they're looking for you, like you're wearing a disguise. Now, I'm pretty sure there are many pagan-like individuals that will sit there and just throw all that. Well, actually, the reason why Halloween was great was due to the fact that it was blah, 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 and try to get all freaking technical with me about the reason why. Yeah, exactly. It's just, just shut up and give me candy. Trick or treat.
Just sell candy.
Just sell candy. There's the bag. There's a pillowcase with my kids asking. Well, my kids run around they run around in stormtrooper gear. Oh, Go figure. Well, I mean, Princess Ice walks around as Captain Phasma, and Baby Ice is Kylo Ren, and he walks around with a Darth Vader helmet that's been cut, and he uses that as a bag, as a candy to carry. He uses that thing for freaking collecting candy, Easter egg hunting, walking around with Darth Vader's sawed head and shit. You know what I mean? So, but
it's a multi-purpose container.
It's a multi-purpose container, exactly, of excellence. So, but don't get the ass of the kids for them being kids. Shit.
Like, who hurt you? Like, what happened? They're probably one of those families that, like, he wasn't, or she wasn't allowed to, like, celebrate Halloween. They didn't get no free candy as a kid. They're probably butthurt about that. So they got to ruin it for everybody else as an adult. That must be it. I can't think of any other logical reason why they would, like, try to ruin shit for kids. That I want to be a stormtrooper because I saw it on TV, and for some reason they thought they were cool.
Right? I want to. My kid wants to be Kylo Ren because not only does he throw Kylo Ren temper tantrums, but he's been OG Kylo Ren since the movie came out, Force Awakens, and so he is all about Kylo Ren. My daughter, at the same, girl power. She's like, Dad, can I be anything you want? You could be anything you want, sweetheart. I want to be Captain Phasma. That's badass. Captain Phasma is played by Gwendolyn Christie. You also know her as Brianna Tarth from from what's that other crazy show that people...
Like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
What, Game of Thrones.
Yes, I know Game of Thrones. Still got to finish binge watching that. But yeah, kids want to walk around in that. For me, it's too freaking heavy to walk around in my Darth Vader shit. Because that thing's heavy. That freaking I got the Vader kit. When the breathing that he's doing is actually just me really breathing like that.
Like, yes, this is part of the act.
Oh yeah, you really. Oh,
I'm
man.
not.
Damn, Ice, you really are authentic on the breathing with Darth Vader. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm really.
You hear me in here fighting for my life.
Yeah, exactly. This sucks. I'm breathing heavily. At any rate, so that's some of the drama that I saw. There's some other stuff that's happening right now. So today we're going to be talking about mostly on Sergeant's Time. We're going to talk about haunted stuff, Army haunted stuff that's haunted in the Army, stories and ghost stories of haunted shit in the Army. I think the individuals will appreciate some good. I mean, you guys want to, because right now wait, hang on, I forgot to tell everybody where are we on? What are we on right now? Wait, are we on YouTube? Oh, we're on YouTube. Oh, wait, we're on Mixer? Oh, wait, oh, shit, we're on Facebooks? We're on Mob Crush? We're on... Yeah. And are we on Twitter? No. Twitter said no. Twitter's not... Yeah, Twitter, no. Twitter's being Twitter.
Twitter's out trick-or-treating.
Yeah, Twitter's being weird, man. We're connected to it, but it's not broadcasting. I don't know why. It's got a weird setup there. It's telling me that I need to set some stuff up. And I'm like, no, it worked before, so shut up. I don't know what to say. But at any rate, point being is that we're up on those channels, and we're also on all the other ones that we're at iHeartRadio, TuneIn app. Go to WTFNationRadio.com and click on the little button to the right. Or you can go ahead and go on the Army WTF Moments page. Go to the WTF Nation Radio tab, hit the big play button there, and you'll see us there, or you will hear us there. So anyways, so today we're going to talk about some of the scary shit that has the I don't know, it's like some scary stuff. It's some scary stuff in the Army that we didn't even know that the military ghost stories were like freaking really like legit. Like I didn't know some of this. I'm gonna start off with you, Spanky. What have you ever experienced any paranormal stuff in the Army? Like like weird crazy shit, like stuff that you're out there and you think you heard a voice from beyond.
You know me, I have a very hard time believing in anything paranormal. That's just me personally. Do I think it absolutely does not exist? Nah, because I haven't been proven otherwise either. But honestly, no, except for when I was little in Guam. My dad was in the Air Force, for any of y'all that do not know. And when we were kids, there's like tons of ghost stories. I think the whole island must be haunted and everything. But the boonies or the jungle that was like behind our neighborhood, like we used to go in there and play at night all the time because little kids, that's just what you do. Yeah, you go play out in the woods if you live near them. I'm sure that's a smart thing to do as kids. Anyway, we used to like scare each other and say that there were ghosts and everything. So we always thought we heard them. Did I? Probably not. But they had all these stories about all the, and we lived on the base there. All these stories and all these airmen and Japanese soldiers and all. The whole place was supposedly haunted. Did I personally see anything? No. But it's supposedly haunted. Well, I don't know. I don't believe it though. That's just me.
You don't believe?
Lots of people do though.
You don't believe that stuff? Like you don't hear no crazy noises or something like that? And
no, I don't. If I ever saw it, I probably would believe it, but no, I don't. I've been tried. Everybody has tried to convince me otherwise, and unless I see it, or a ghost comes up and smacks me in the face, or passes out candy, or like sliced meat or something, then maybe I'll believe it. But no, I just really don't. I don't believe it's impossible. I'm like one of those, I have to see it to believe it type things. So as of right this minute, still in my life, no, I don't.
Really?
Really?
Wow. So,
really?
Is it kind of like your own personal, like religious stuff and stuff like that?
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's nothing religious. It's just, I am one of those, you have to prove it to me. And trust me, people have tried. I've been on ghost hunts before. And I'm like, no, I'm still just seeing some flashing lights on a computer monitor. That's still not proving nothing to me. I look where those flashing lights are coming from. No, don't see nothing over there. So that's still not proof to me. So yeah, so I'm very skeptic.
Wow, really?
Yeah, yes, really. Trust me, everybody else in there is freaking out, thinking that that's a ghost. I'm like, I don't see nothing.
Really?
So yeah,
I didn't expect. I thought you'd be. That's surprising. I didn't know you'd be like that. I mean,
and I find all the stories and everything completely fascinating, but that's just not proof to me. Like show me proof. That's just the way it is.
Show you the bodies. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. So I don't know, and lots of people believe it, and I don't knock anybody else's beliefs for that they believe it, or even like saying that they didn't see something. Like okay, you did, but it doesn't mean that I just can't unless I see it myself. I guess that's the way it is.
Wow. But even if you would see it, would you still be skeptical? Would you like try to? Do you think you'd try to analyze it and shit like that? I'm gonna say something right now.
I'd probably, because then I'd be scared shitless if I really saw it myself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. Oh man, I see some shit that's kind of like, at Bragg, there's a legend is the witch of Camp McCall. And Camp McCall is when you go through any of the soft training, you have to go what's called through the land navigation course, which is a 22-kilometer freaking land nav course. So you start off one point and you think, oh, okay, I'm going to find my happy point. And it's like not even a half a click away. And then you look on your map and plot out your next point, and it's 10 clicks away. And then you plot on your next map, and it's like 8 clicks away. So it's like it's a really long trek. And in the Hoffman training area, just south of Aberdeen, near Camp McCall, there's what we call the puppy farm. And it was a kennel. And at night, you can hear dogs barking. Like you hear puppies, you hear dogs like in a kennel, like in a pound. And if you're, I remember this. This is vivid. This is a nice moment. This is like no shit happened. We were doing some training out there, and we get to go use the course. I mean, obviously you're in your unit, and you go get your guys and gals, and you go out there and do some training. And so we decided to do some land nav. We did some land nav. And there's everyone who's been there and has gone through it. Maybe it was because of the lack of sleep. Maybe because I heard of puppies and it was a kennel or something like that. So me and a buddy we're doing buddy teaming, freaking going to find the troops, going to find our soldiers, making sure they're good to go, and we're plotting our own points too. So we go to one point and it's like a click and a half out. So we go, bam, we plot our point and we go, man, we're moving out. So we start hoofing, and we start hoofing out, and then I'm like, you hear that? And my friend's like, what are you talking about? Do you hear that? Do you hear like fucking kennels, like puppies, dogs barking in freaking kennels, and little freaking dog carriers? I think I do. I'm like, yeah, okay, just want to make sure it wasn't me, dude. Let's go by. One of our points is by the puppy farm. Let's go by the fucking puppy farm. So we start walking over there, and no shit, we start crossing over the lawn where the puppy farm is at. and there's like no sound. There's nothing there. There's no dogs barking. There's no nothing. Nothing at all. There's no sounds. There's no lights. There's nothing. So we were just kind of like laughing off and just kind of saying, yeah, whatever, Ken. You're just kind of like bullshitting around because you're lack of sleep. Yeah, okay, whatever, lack of sleep. Yeah, I can see that. You know, you're humping a fucking 50-pound ruck running around and training with the guys, and it's late at night and all that. I'm like, okay, I can see that. So we start humping. We go to our next spot. I'm like, stop, dude. Don't you fucking hear that? Don't you? I was like, I don't know if I was losing my mind, man. I was hearing puppies. I was hearing dogs barking and like they were boarded up in a fucking kennel. And I'm like, it's the fucking puppy farm, dude. It is the fucking puppy farm. And everyone's like, no, because we started, meeting up with other individuals. And there's no way, dude. No, like, no shit, dude. It is a fucking, there's something out there. So we start humping out there. And then one of my soldiers who went through the SFQ course and didn't make it, and went through the STAR, and he was telling me about the legend of the witch of Camp McCall. And I'm like, what? I don't know if he was like doing the fucking grid squares bit on me. You know what I mean? I was kind of like,
right.
You get a story like that. You're like, hey, yeah, so and so got thrown off a second. You ever hear that story about an LT that got put inside a wall locker and got thrown off a second story building, and he lived, and the platoon started having to do push ups. It's like urban legend shit. So that's what I thought it was. I was like, oh shit, okay, whatever. So we all start meeting each other back. We all start finding our points, and we're like, okay, it's time to go find the Joes, and so we're all like kind of walking around, playing grab ass and goofing off and all that. And then one of my buds, he's like, man, Ken, you ever heard the legend of the Camp McCall witch? I'm like, what the fuck is that? Camp McCall witch? Is that like some stripper on the Murchison Road or some shit like that? Or what do you mean? What's the legend? And supposedly that she was an old lady that was tending to the dogs, and she was like a hoarder or some shit like that. And back in the day, so she had all these dogs, and she would have a lantern. And no shit, sooner than he fucking said that, I saw a light goddamn down the fucking trail. And all of us stopped. It was like, I'm like, you see that, right? And I smoked at the time. And I was like, you see that? That's a light that looks like a lantern. And of course, we weren't the typical, we weren't like the guy, we would have been like shitty rednecks, fucking spotted a UFO or something like that. We didn't have any cameras. We didn't have any fucking binoculars. We didn't have anything. So it was kind of like, what the fuck? What's going on with this? So we were like, we're so messed up. So we're looking down the trail. My buddy Marty, and then Tony, and some other, Dwayne, and some other of my buddies and stuff like that. We're like, hey, hey, dude, are you seeing this shit? And I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, I was kind of skeptical about ghosts and stuff. I knew that maybe, kind of on a maybe. Man, I think all of us were smoking fucking cigarettes that night, just like tripping out. So we started walking, and as we were walking down the trail to get to the assembly area, that's when we saw the lantern, like, when someone's walking with the lantern, how it sways back and forth. And all of us were like, no fucking way. And then it went off and veered off the trail. I was like, bullshit, somebody's there, it's range control. I started like freaking, like, it just really freaking just, there's no way. We started walking away, and what do we hear as we were walking away from the fucking puppy farm? Fucking dogs barking and shit. My friend was telling me, yeah, dude, it's like the legend of the Camp McCall witch. Some chick out here, and so there's also some legends of soldiers going through the qualification course. What name your qualification course? And they got lost and they died and shit, and they're fucking ghosts. Like, this was a story that somebody told me around the campfire when we got back, and I'm like, so we started telling campfire stories, and oh yeah, back when I was a kid, blah 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 blah. So another friend of ours was sitting there. Like I said, we got 12, 15 guys around the campfire shooting the shit, jaw jacking and talking about whatever. And he started saying, it's like, yeah, dude, you didn't know about the star ghost? I'm like, what the fuck's a star ghost? Yeah, dude, star ghost.
Oh, what is it?
It's a star ghost. The star is the name of the land nav course. And supposedly back in the day when Camp McCall was World War II, because, you watch Band of Brothers, right? Band of Brothers, That's where they did all their training, Camp McCall. So, it was home of the airborne back in the day in World War II. So that's where they filmed Band of Brothers. That's where Band of Brothers took place, and yada yada. So all that stuff that was happening, we're all sitting around the fire, and I was kind of like, what's up with this? What's up with the Star Ghost? What's up with this? I'm thinking like Star Ghost, like fucking you would look up in the sky or something like that on the North Star. Woo, And I was just like kind of like taking it serious, like, no, dude. Legend has it that back when Special Forces first started, that there was a student that went out there and met the Camp McCall witch. And she killed him, like drowned him in Little Muddy River. And I'm like, there's no what? It's like, yeah, dude. Guy was like, you're sitting there, we're all tired, we're going through, and the next thing you know, we're all plotting a point, and some guy walks up, in like old gear, goes to the land nav point, checks into the land nav point, writes it down. He's like, hey, what's up? And he walks out. He walks away.
So is there any like record of the guy that they supposedly seen, like of his like training or whatever, that he passed away from drowning in that Little Muddy River?
I don't know, dude. I was kind of like, well, this is back before the interwebs were really fucking prevalent, so it's not like we could just Google some shit. You know what I mean? We all have stuff. We still have fucking Motorola flip phones. So
I mean, I could probably look it up on microfiche.
Yeah. But no, there's been some individuals that have that died in training in Chemical. So,
right.
So yeah. So I don't know if it was like freaking. It was like the Spirit of the Lost LT, but it was somebody who was going through the qualification course, and was like like I said, supposedly had met. Now, mind you, we're in the middle of the area of which said activities took place at a legend of lore, and I'm like, there's no way. It's freaking unreal. There's no freaking way. And off in the distance, while we're smoking cigarettes and, like I said, eating MREs, shooting the shit, laughing and, talking shit about everybody and, whatever, all of us hear fucking puppies off in the distance. Like, I want to take, those guys that do those fucking, spiritual freaking, those, I want to take those guys out there. Well, I don't know if they'll be able to make it because you can't take a vehicle, POV, so you have to hump it a little bit. So I don't know if they'll even make it to the fucking puppy farm. But yeah. They go out there and put their asses out there on the trail. Those freaking paranormal investigators to find. Yeah, you know what I mean?
With their computers.
Right. You want to be Billy Bad? Go out. Yeah. Go to Camp McCall. Go ahead, Billy Bad. Go out there.
I'm scared. I'm like, I'm trying to like. Obviously, I wasn't there, but I'm like, are you sure there couldn't have been anybody, walking around with like a cigarette or,
right.
far enough away and it wasn't it was a lantern. It could have been just another dude out there, one of your instructors or something with some kind of light.
Right.
And explaining the puppy thing. There could have been some dogs.
Yeah,
out
exactly.
there.
The Manchester Monster too. Yeah, exactly. Manchester Monster, man. Fuck yeah, Heath. That's right. Narcissistic. Fuck yeah, dude. All the legends on Fort Bragg, dude. There's some Mondo fucking legends about that shit. There is even a legend of an exorcism. Of a fucking exorcism on Fort Bragg. Haunted as shit.
Now, people at Bragg are crazy.
I don't know what it's about. It's the greatest fucking post in the United States Army. One of the most outstanding posts in the United States Army.
Ghost puppies.
We got ghost puppies, witches with lanterns, Murkison Road, and the Manchester Monster. Murkison Road, if you guys don't know, is the Fort Bragg version of Rancier. So.
Oh, okay. I did not know.
Right. Dude, if you're really down with that shit, yeah. So it's like crazy as shit. If you want to go out there and try to mess around with that shit, go out there. Guarantee it. Well, first you got to make it. First you got to get out there and go to the puppy farm and find out. But yeah, it's been crazy. And little stories about, and then of course we always get the guys that are, and this, I'm not cracking on anybody who's overly religious, but there are some those that are of the religious sense that really get really touchy when you start talking about their religious stuff, and then you say, hey, I don't know, man, it's a sin. It's the ghost of, it's to pay for your sins. We get them going too, and they get all pissed off. Shut up, Sort. It's fucked up. What do you mean?
They must be young in the military. Nothing's really off limits when it comes to, ragging on your buddies.
Well, right. Exactly. It's just funny as shit.
It just happens.
It just happens, exactly.
Sorry, God. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Everyone just starts to all of a sudden.
Sorry, Manchester Witch or whoever it is.
Exactly. The Manchester Monster.
Okay, I got them all mixed up. Maybe that's their child now.
Yeah.
They have ghost babies. I don't fucking know.
With the puppies.
Oh yeah.
With ghost puppies. With ghost puppies. So a lot of stuff like that. And then around Sicily Drop Zone, there's two impact areas. And there's sightings of, and they're not, no one's really seen, they're mostly seeing shadows. But Sicily Drop Zone, you guys remember when we did the show for All American Week with the 82nd, we had Colonel Joe Bacino on. And we were talking about Fort Bragg, and we were talking about Sicily Drop Zone. Well, around that area, there's two. It's no shit bisected by two fucking by two drop zones, McPherson Range, and the impact area. And that area right there, there's legend has it that Joe straight off of Sicily drop zone went too far fucking west and stepped on some munitions. And so he blew up. So now the legend has it that he is wandering around there trying to find his assembly of the little groups of paratroopers. You know how you're supposed to assemble after you jump. After you exit the aircraft, you count to, you do your catch of 6, and then you check canopy, gain canopy control, and then you perform an outstanding PLF, parachute landing, fall, collect your equipment, put your weapon in, and get your weapon in placed, and of course, get ready to go and move out to the. You're supposed to gather around with everybody. You're supposed to find the paratroopers. Place your weapon.
Okay, find the paratroopers. I got that much. We're going to find the paratroopers.
Right.
You were speaking a whole bunch of Greek to me.
Oh,
We're going to find the paratroopers.
Okay.
Now. Got it.
Yeah, little groups of paratroopers. Little groups of paratroopers are individuals that get together on the drop zone, just like Band of Brothers. When we all get together and we go. Yeah, we gotta go. We link up with each other and like, hey, you, this is me. We do click, 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 and then we do all that stuff. And then we go talk.
Okay, everybody get in a line.
No, we don't get in a line. We just all like start shooting shit. So if you just notice everyone's wearing the right stuff and you start blowing shit up. So anyways, legend has is that a kid went off the drop zone and stepped on some munitions and he blew up. Well, his ghost supposedly is around Sicily drop zone. So when the 82nd or USASOC or all the other tenant units of the engineers jump on to Sicily drop zone and everyone starts assembling, the legend has it is that there's this dude that assembles with them. Like everyone's assembling around and hey, yeah, what's not quiet? You're in the goggles, right? So the legend has it is that the story goes is that this trooper, nobody knows who he is. It's just like a figure. Because when you're wearing goggles, you're like a shadow, right? You look like a shadow under a green hue, right, in your lens. And the legend has it, or the story goes, is that this guy will assemble with your unit. Will assemble with you, and you do a head count. And he's, I guess the whole thing is that he fucks up your head count. And
so it's a ghost, or is it an extra?
That's what I'm saying. So yeah. So
you got an extra paratrooper from the wrong group.
Right, exactly. So you go and you have a couple of paratroopers gathering up with you, so that way you're gonna go assault the objective, and then you go assault the airborne objective, and you turn around, you got your goggles on, and everyone's shadows, and you go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 guys with me, and then you go up to assemble with the unit, and you got, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. Okay, I got 6 guys with me, and then you start moving up to the next objective. You start going on, and the next thing you know, you look, and you're missing a dude. You're like, you all of a sudden start freaking out. The legend has it that's the Joe that assembles with you and assaults the objective with you, but he's not there. That's the legend.
Okay, that one I don't believe. That's just Joe getting lost.
Yes, but say yeah. I don't know.
A different group.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some more guys that look like.
There's some more guys that look like me. Yeah.
Let me get in that
group.
That's
the thing. That's one of the. Those are the ones that I've heard. Like I said, those are the ones that I've heard when I was at Fort Bragg. Is those stories like that.
Like I stopped to tie my shoe. Fuck, where did everybody go? Okay, let me get in this group.
Let me get in this group. Yeah, exactly that. And next thing you know, do you hear the legend of the ghost private? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know about the Manchester Monster and the ghost puppies and the freaking and the fucking Can't McCall witch.
I just behind a tree.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
I just had to pee.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm the ghost private.
Yeah, that was the ghost private. Where's the fuck's ghost private? He's out playing with the fucking ghost puppies. What the fuck you doing? And why you banging the Can't McCall witch? And what are you doing in that? What are you doing in that Humvee with the Manchester Monster? We're going to the Merc Sart. We're going to Murkison Road.
Oh, fucking brag. Yeah, I got too many ghosts.
You ain't lying. Yeah, it's there's a matter of fact there's a story today I think that was released on what was that freaking what was it, Military Times. Military Times said the same thing. There was a ghost. Oh yeah, there was I think it was Military Times. There was an exorcism on Fort Bragg. Now of course military officials say on Fort Bragg that this didn't happen. We know what you're talking about. Of course, we're denying all this stuff. I don't know if it, kind of like the legends or stories like that. I don't know. I think the military is kind of good, with the exception of the Navy. The Navy was the one that actually said that there was UFOs, and they didn't mean to say it was UFOs. Remember, they were kind of like, oops, yeah, sort of kind of, UFOs. Maybe I guess it could be.
There could have been a flying object. It could have been just a normal plane that they just didn't know who it was. So yeah, it's unidentified right now. It doesn't mean it's like aliens.
So you're saying this ghost puppy's flying fucking planes now?
Maybe. You don't know what ghost puppies are capable of?
Ghost puppies, man. Every time I think about ghost puppy, I think of Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas, the little dog that Jack Skellington had. That's why every time I think about ghost puppies, I think of that.
That's what they look like now.
Yeah, to me they all look like they're little ghost puppies with little fucking pumpkin jack-o'-lanterns in their noses. Yeah, so the Navy was the only one that has ever admitted that UFOs kind of existed by not admitting that they didn't mean to admit it. They're like, yeah, so what? They're real. Ooh, maybe we shouldn't have said that. Maybe we should not have said that. Maybe we shouldn't have said that the UFOs are just kind of like still in research and something like that. So yeah, let's just kind of like let's keep that quiet.
You said it.
Well, no, it was because I think there was some band that I don't know. Used a video of them of the footage of that, and everyone was like freaking out because it was legit. Like, oh yeah, it's Fort Bragg, you know. It was like some band, you know, said that it was good to go, yeah, because they used their video, and then they was like, oh shit, why did we release that video? So going back to Exorcism. All right, so Fort Bragg's getting its own freaking horror movie, and it's based, according to the movie, or it's based on a true story. And it is about a freaking Irish priest. Irish priest named Malachi Martin wrote 15 books that covered topics ranging from the harsh criticism of the Vatican to extensive discussions on Satanism. Right. So one book in particular, which is based on like 1976. Hostage to the Devil, Possession and Exorcism of 5 Contemporary Americans. And it detailed, the County Kerry, Ireland natives' participation in the realm of demonic possessions. And he's an ordained minister, 1954, and worked at the Vatican for 8 years before leaving America, claimed to have been assisted in 11 exorcisms over the course of a decade, according to his 1999 obituary in the Los Angeles Times. So none of the exorcism in this book, Hostage, mentions a military installation. One base that has been deemed a setting for an upcoming horror movie is Fort Bragg. Fort Bragg.
Shocker.
Fort Bragg. Sorry. The incident in Fort Bragg is inspired by a true story who was brought to the U.S. government to perform a sanctioned exorcism of a young soldier. See? We're getting the freaking deets on this now. Fort Bragg. I can't even imagine the army sanctioning. Like, could you imagine having like a chaplain? Would it be like a bad prank to pretend that there was an exorcism and call a chaplain up and have him come perform an exorcism, but it's like a joke? Would you?
Do they teach that in chaplain school?
I don't know. I'm just saying, dude. Could you get in trouble? I mean, would you get in trouble if you file a fake exorcism report? You know what I mean? if you,
I think that'd at least be like highly frowned upon. I don't know. like at least a stern talking to.
You get your ass. You're not gonna.
Stern right, talking to.
Right, exactly. I shouldn't even imagine. Well, I just so anyways, the story goes supposedly that the exorcism of and it's funny is that because obviously it's the name of the story is called oh my god, is the exorcism of PFC Schmuckatelli. That's literally the name. PFC. I think they were just trying to like get some to have like a pseudonym. You know what I mean? To kind of like have
that has to be. That can't be his.
That can't be his real name, Schmuckatelli. There can't be. So it's the incident at Fort Bragg and the exorcism of PFC Schmuckatelli. So this is based on true events. So as we all should know by now, but anything that says inspired by a true story is often done with like a freaking, it's like freaking it's like freaking what is it? It's like it's almost like over creative. It's like it's based on true story, based on events, but not really saying that it's like they've had a lot of creative freedom to it.
Right. It's like there's like a morsel of truth in it. Like, yes, something happened, but we got to like overly, make it so much drama and so much more fiction, add a bunch of fiction
exactly,
to it,
yeah,
to make it good for TV,
right,
or good for a movie.
Good for a movie, yeah, exactly, with all the scary noises and stuff like that, and a movie about like the Waffle House serial killer possessed by the ghost of Napoleon Bonaparte, for example, could be based on a true story because both Napoleon and Waffle House exist.
Right, exactly.
They're based on true events. They're based on some of them greasy ass, the power of ice compels you. I would be right there clowning them. I'd be clowning the priest. I'd be like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? So I'd be like sitting there going, really, dude? Are you faking it, man? Are you really possessed? I'd be like agitating and shit. I'd be like screaming at me in different voices and stuff. So in any case, the film was being based on the writings of the priest and produced by Flynn Picture Company Studios, which launched previous successful projects as The Rite and The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Remember that movie? So reviews following the release, Hostage lends credence of perceived credibility and cement a status of one of those preeminent works of the supernatural. So yeah, it's like freaking crazy. So I couldn't even imagine if that you know what I mean? How would you do that? So the claim was backed by another friend of the priest who said not directly involved, but had knowledge of an on-base exorcism having been take place, according to the Fayetteville Observer. The Fayetteville Observer reported that finding no record of it in its 30-plus years of online archives of an exorcism on Fort Bragg. Meanwhile, has a history of claims of the military's involvement in the supernatural. See, this is one everyone's like laughs about when they start talking about my career field. You know, PSYOP soldiers staring at goats and using brain waves and shit like that. I cannot confirm or deny that any of this stuff happens, or said goats are fucking involved in such processes. However, I think it's funny when hyperbole gets a little bit too crazy. Sometimes it gets close to reality, but it's funny as shit. It's actually one of those assertions being witnessed to several signs of possessions of like special operations guys who out of nowhere just like exhibit like freaking super strength and speak in ancient languages. It's actually believable for one reason, you know, because no rational human could ever conjure a train of thought that would result in a genesis of a tactical operator coming out with a beard, coming out with a vet bro. Yeah, great. You're gonna get possessed by a vet bro. You're gonna be possessed by. Oh shit! Here we go. Oh shit! What's wrong with him, dude? Look at his face. It's growing a beard. Holy crap! Oh my god, he's balding. Shit! Quick! He's got to put a ball cap on with a flag on it. Oh my god! Look, he's growing freaking 511 plants.
Who do you call to like perform an exorcism on them though?
Right. Like, how would you? What would you do?
I don't know.
How would you perform an exorcism on that? You sprinkle black rifle coffee around them, like in a circle.
Put an air on their beard.
Yeah, exactly. Say, hey, you will leave this body, and you sprinkle black rifle coffee on them and shit. Oh, get out of here! Vet bro, get out of here! Get out of here! And then it has to freaking go. Then it's gotta get ordained in holy water with a couple of Ranger Up t-shirts. That's the only way. The sanctity of Lord Ranger Up, and then blessed by our Lord and Savior Tim Kennedy. I'm telling you, man, that's how you. So it's kind of funny. Could you imagine just having some guys on Fort Bragg being possessed by some shit like that? You're not hearing about that. Maybe we should stand up a paranormal division for the main page, because we have a bid section, we have right. We have a charity section, we have an editorial section now. So let's we should do that. We should stand up a paranormal section of the main page, so they can go out and go hunting ghosts and shit.
Put me in charge. No, I don't believe you.
Exactly.
Send me pictures.
Exactly. You put you in charge of it.
Fuck yourself.
What is this shit? Oh no, actually, Spanky, we're supposed to be doing this. I don't know what you're talking about. This is bullshit. No, for real, Spanky, it's for real. Yeah, right.
Show me pictures of those fucking ghost puppies.
Exactly. Let me see the Manchester Monster and this fucking witch at fucking. Are you sure it's not the? You sure it's not the witch? You sure it's not the witch at Camp McCall that's over at fucking Sharky's? Oh, blessed
Maybe she's the general manager.
Yeah, exactly. Blessed be the Sharkies. Press F for respects. Oh my god, I couldn't even imagine that. Gosh. That's fucking crazy. You could be possessed, exactly. Exactly. How would it? Could you imagine like a Joe? How do you know if a Joe or hell anybody in the military would be possessed? All of a sudden he comes to work on time, He does his work okay. He's perform. You know, he's got fucking good personal hygiene. He does PT and he passes APFT. He must be possessed. He's not bitching.
Or the medication's working.
Yeah, the medication. Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's not complaining about the ACFT. He must be possessed. Oh my god. Oh god.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Either they need more medication, less medication. I don't know. Pills to help everything. So maybe there's a pill for exorcism. I don't know.
Of excellence. Of excellence. Like I said, I just think it would be funny as hell to see something like that. See one of our soldiers. I mean, okay, is it bad? I mean,
Yeah,
whatever. I'm not saying
course.
it's funny as hell to see one of our soldiers, but that would be a good like fucking new horror movie comedy flick of one of our soldiers being, or where I saw a meme where a demon tries to possess a soldier. And then it goes inside of a soldier, and then it runs out of the soldier's body and starts puking. and he's like, "What, dude? You're fucked up." You know, I saw. I mean, there's a meme out there. It's got that. It's a fucking demon jumping into a soldier's body and then fucking complaining about back pain and fucking what the hell's going on in my head, and he just jumps out and starts puking. That'd be funny as shit.
I mean, it'd be a good OER bullet for whatever chaplain, fixes it. But
You know
that'd be
what?
a first.
You
Or
know
no,
what?
a second, I guess.
You know what? Hey, chaplains, I will tone down the fucking language if you call in. I will straight up. Shit, I already blew it when I said fucking language. I was like, wait a minute. Sorry, there was a joke grenade right there.
We really can control our language.
Yeah, chaplains, go ahead and give us a buzz at 415-889-8367. We want to know, have you ever or have not performed an exorcism? Only chaplains. I want chaplains and shit to call us up to discuss the rite of exorcisms. And have there been any within our military community? That's a fascinating statistic that I don't even think we have. We don't have numbers on that.
I just want, even if it even comes up, like in chaplain schools or
right.
Like curious now.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
Want to know.
what's the chaplaincy say about that? What does it say? You know, hominous. Oh, well, righty then. You know,
Or Joe's gonna sham. I wonder if they've ever even used that as an excuse to get out of.
Ooh, I know. I want to talk to chaplain. Why? I think I'm possessed. Start talking to Sumerian and shit. You ever see the movie The Fourth Kind? Holy crap! Watch that movie and you won't be able to see owls again. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to look at owl anymore because I saw that movie. That movie's fucking crazy. Has nothing to do with paranormal shit. It's all about aliens. And that freaking movie is incredible. It's got Mia Jovovich in there, multi-pass chick. And you watch that movie and you'll be blown. You will hate owls from here on out. You look at an owl, well, a specific kind of owl. I think it's like the snow owl or something like that, snow barn owl. If you look at that owl, and everyone's like freaking the hell. Every time you see that owl, then you're screwed. And like the Sumerians come out in different languages. It's like freaky. So watch it. It's called The Fourth Kind. And has nothing to do with, like I said, nothing to do with paranormal, nothing to do with any of that stuff. It has everything to do though with the with aliens, with the grays, with the little gray men. We're gonna take a break. Chaplains, again, give us a call, 415-889-8367. Give us a buzz so that way we can know what is up with the exorcism stuff, because we won't get possessed, we promise. A lot of, I think, members of the staff anyways, and members of the WTF Nation wouldn't be offended if you come on here and talk about that stuff on a religious aspect. We just want to know because of that curiosity. You know what I mean? We're into it. I want to know that stuff. Because to me, I think that's one of those. If I watch that Paranormal Activity, you ever watch that movie? Did you see Paranormal Activity? And
I did. I did see those.
15 incarnations of it.
Yeah, I know. I've seen several.
Yes, there's a couple of them, and they all always end up going back to the beginning one. That's what I like about it. But yeah, dude. So go ahead and freaking give us a buzz there, chaplains, and then we can see what's up. But anyways. Let me see. Yeah, I think, 415-889. Yeah, I'm serious. 415-889-8367, chaplains. Give us a buzz. We want to know about that paranormal stuff. So we'll be right back. Everyone get some shots and go get some candy. Shots.
Spooky shots.
Spooky shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
me what it is to see when you look at me deep into the photography. I don't really need your sympathy, just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got, and is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? Will I make it home alive? Should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier, Green Beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see the day. In the constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media betrayed me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
alive. I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence. What the hell? Oh. Oh, somebody popped up something in old graphic. Put that away, Cos, damn it. Anyways, we're back. Part 2 of Sergeant's Times Halloween stuff. Talking about ghost stories. Chaplains, give us a call. 415-889-8367. To give us the dealios on any exorcisms or what type of SOP. You know what? Do they have like an SOP or something like that? Like a range card? You know how I have to fill out range cards and stuff? Do they have... Do you think they would have them? Do you think they have something like that? Chaplains? I mean...
I don't know.
I don't know.
See, that's what we need, like a chaplain on staff.
You know what? You kind of think of it. I think everybody... that's all we do have is we have everybody but chaplains. We have JAG. We have when you think about it, we have all the special staff stuff. We we get all that stuff. But we don't have a chaplain. You honestly think a chaplain would last on WTF Nation Radio, U.S. Army WTF Moments? What do you think a chaplain would do? Do you think a chaplain would freak out or he would apply? Chaplains, as a matter of fact, you want to apply, I think you can go ahead and hit up the main page and go ahead. I don't get a chaplain's assistant. I don't think so. No. No. We want no drama. We're talking about a chaplain's assistant. No. Exactly. Yeah, it's a TM. It's a technical manual 11-666-666-666-666.
Am I going to burn for saying that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, if my recording starts talking backwards or starts sounding like Kylo Ren, then you know you've tuned into the wrong show. Oh, man. Yeah, no shit. Chaplains, give us a buzz. 415-889-8367. Or chaplain's assistants. Matter of fact, if you're a chaplain's assistant, you know what they say about chaplain's assistants, right? Like they say about farmers' daughters, preachers' daughters. You know what I mean? They're just chaplain's assistants. I tell you what, all chaplain's assistants that I have known do not maintain the chaplain-like style of what you think is, would it be, they would not. You think a chaplain's assistant was like it would be like his little backup. You know what I mean? You think a chaplain's assistant would be like the little hype man for the chaplain. You know, chaplain's talking about God and Lord and Jesus and all that stuff, and yes, you will have to. And then the next thing you know, the chaplain assistants will just be like right there, high five, raising up, going, "Testify, praise Jesus." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Not no. Every single chaplain's assistant that I've met, nope, no way, nope.
They just always had the best snacks. That's just what I remember.
Yeah.
And I actually had a roommate in PLDC that was a chaplain's assistant. And the only thing I specifically remember about her is that I am surprised she graduated because she could not land nav. Like, she had no sense of direction. Like, went to PLDC. Yes, I'm showing my age here, on Camp Jackson in Korea. She couldn't find a way from our barracks to the Katusa snack bar. like after almost a month there, still couldn't find her way to the Katusa snack bar from our barracks. Like, it's just, the place is only so big. Like, I don't know how you can get lost on Camp Jackson, but she managed every single time she tried to go by herself. She did manage to find 3 out of 4 points somehow on land nav, though. So
what, a PLDC or something like that?
Yes, but she couldn't find her way to the Katusa snack bar.
No, the chaplains, the chaplains assistants that I've known, getting in fights, getting freaking, you know what I mean? They would, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about the online. I'm not talking about the online Oh, you hear that? Oh, shit. Did you hear that? Ooh, as soon as I start talking about chaplains and dash technical manual 666666, all of a sudden all the storm and I'm going to get struck by lightning, man. You know, the power of the Lord is
struck by lightning.
Power of the Lord's going to come down on me. Chaplains, quick, call the show so that way I don't get struck by lightning. It'd be like, next thing you know, there's some chaplain right now, freaking calling up his voodoo buddies to fucking do something to me. You know what I mean? You have like, you know how sergeants majors, we all have like we have a network. You know how like all platoon sergeants, first sergeant, we all have like a network. We all know our peers. So I wonder if like they have like a voodoo, imam, a rabbi, and all, it sounds like a joke, but anyway, it sounds like that's like
like they all walked into a bar.
Yeah, exactly. Like they all walked into the bar. Yeah, exactly. They all walked into a bar and freaking started, and they asked the voodoo priest, well, if he's a priest, is he a Christian or not? Anyways, to start stabbing, a voodoo doll of ice in the back of the head or something like that. Not knowing that he can't feel the back of his head. Anyways.
Well, while you're at it, like tell him to take some stuffing out of like my stomach area.
Yeah, really.
This gym bullshit is getting on my nerves.
But I'm just curious. But I'm curious about that stuff because I come to think about it, is there like a range card? Is there like an FMTM ATP? Is there something in doctrine at the chaplain school that says anything about? We need to call up Doctrine Man and talk to Doctor Man and see he can give us a call to the show and say, hey, do you know anything about strategy over at CGSC or ILE over in the center of the School for Advanced Military Studies where all the planners go to? Is there a chaplain team?
I don't know what's all in it.
Well, just do a real quick cursory search. Does it got anything about exorcisms stuff? I mean,
let's see. There's no matches in that document.
No, nothing for exorcisms.
No.
That blows.
Damn. So maybe not.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Maybe there's nothing official.
Maybe there's nothing official. Yeah. But oh yeah. So there's like you can add to, but you can't take away type stuff.
Yes. Maybe.
No, for real. I'm curious about that.
Maybe that's what this page intentionally left link is for.
Yeah. Because if you're a chaplain, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it like if you're exactly. So if you're like it depends what kind of chaplain you are, right? You know what I mean? So if you're like a Mormon, Christian, Presbyterian, whatever. I know Mormon's gonna get pissed, Catholic, whatever. Do they even perform? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is there some like different MOSs? Do you is like an ASI for it or something like that? Expert Religion of Excellence. Expert Religion Badge of Excellence. So say we all. Praise Jesus. He's gonna go ahead and go through this. There's the expert infantryman badge, there's the expert soldier badge, and there's the expert religion badge. Expert religious badge of excellence. But yeah, I'm just kind of tripping out. I'm just kind of wondering how that would be, how they would be able to do that. How would you ever just like call them up? Well, yeah, it's FM 3.16. Duh. We want to know about what it is about them. Is there any exorcism stuff? Aside from just like doing FRG crap and doing the chaplain's corner or walking around doing battlefield circulation, talking to troops, I wouldn't like, you know what I mean? So WTF Nation, if there's anybody out there that's going through an exorcism or you feel that's possessed, call a chaplain and see what happens. Call your nearest installation. Call your Fort Bragg, Fort Hood, JBLM, Fort Drum, and then call them up. Say, hey, look, you freaking, do you see that right there? Snack run. We put on the mixed chat. All you gotta do is hit, you put start bot face on there.
Nice.
Weather for Des Moines right now is currently clear sky with a temperature of 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind is blowing from the south at 5 miles an hour, and the humidity is 47%. So, bot face.
I mean, looking up to see how these guys do exorcisms, or if they do. I'm trying to find it, but I see nothing.
Right, exactly, Tina.
Nothing in Army doctrine, anyway.
Yeah, well, they got to go to seminary and they get their denomination, but then they go to school and then they become chaplains, right? But I want to know what's their MOS for it. Like, you have like voodoo. Do you got to go through the voodoo expert badge or something like that? Do you have to do the hominis dominus for Catholics? Do you got to read the special plates of gold for the Mormons? Whatever. I'm totally gonna piss everybody off. Do you have to saw a fucking tree down for Wiccans or some shit? Is there something you're supposed to... The Wiccans are going to get pissed. You're going to be like, whoa, you cross the line there when you talk. You can talk about other religions, but once you talk about Wicca, I'm just asking out of curiosity. It's not because I'm trying to make fun of any religion. I just want to know. I think it's a legit question, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, why are fish easier to weigh? Because they have their own scales. There you go. That's a dad joke. Botface. Sergeant Botface is doing dad jokes. Are you for real? Sergeant Botface is back. Sergeant Botface is back up on the Mixer chat. So, anyways, so I'm curious about that stuff. That's what I just want to know. I just want to know, because if you, I guarantee it, you're gonna need some of that exorcism. And I'm gonna say it. You might need to behoove a spirit. You might have to tell a spirit to behoove that they better piggyback off of this. You better piggyback off this this soldier here. He's gonna caveat his spiritual guidance.
You're killing me.
Give him a bowl of give him a bowl of Jesus flakes, and so you can. Okay, I'm gonna stop. People's gonna start reporting with hate speech or some shit like that.
Oh, right.
Next thing you know, because you're talking about religion. I don't want nobody to get the ass about that. So anyways, 415-889-8367 Chaplains. Give us a buzz. If anything else that should have made you mad for me, just making that little commentary is for you to call us up so you can say how mad you are about making that commentary. Give us a buzz so you can tell us. Let us know. Have you ever performed an exorcism? Or have you ever... did they teach you that in the school? Is that like seer? You know how seer school is supposed to be all like quiet and stuff? So you got to go to exorcism school. So they drop you off in like some crazy... like they drop you off into the Vatican or something like that, and you got to go like exfil, you know, and then you got a bunch of freaking bishops and priests chasing you and shit, and you have to escape or something like that. You know, and then you get captured or something like that.
Oh, I finally found a list for how, like, now it's taking its sweet time to download. I was trying to find like the skill identifiers and stuff for chaplains, like see if there's one for, you know, exorcism.
Right.
But now it's taking forever to download.
Well, we got the Mixer chat going. Long. Demon Camp: A Soldier's Exorcism? No, for real? Is that a real book? Look that up, guys, in the admin stuff. For real? Is that a real book? Demon Camp: A Soldier's Exorcism? Yeah, some of that stuff is fascinating. If we've had any of our troops like that stuff, okay, yeah, everything go. That's just kind of crazy. You know, it's just one of those things that I'm fascinated about. Like I said, the paranormal stuff, just like UFOs, just like aliens. You know, just like pyramids and stuff like that. That's all fascinating. There is a realm to existence that it exists in that site. I mean, Spanky doesn't believe it.
No.
I know you.
I don't. I told you, when I see it, I'll believe it.
All right. All right.
Gotta see it. Now you're gonna take me on a ruck march to see some puppy goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll do a live broadcast from Fort Bragg. Go to Camp McCall. Go to the puppy farm. You'd be like, all of us, we all green and shit. You know how people's eyes look all crazy? And you'll be like seeing me and you like that. And we'll bring Red Leg with us and stuff like that. We're like, here we are, Fort Bragg. Yeah, the puppies in the background. No, those little puppies right there. You know. And then next thing you know, I'll be like, oh, whoa. And then you know how you shake the camera around. Oh my God, look at there's that witch. You see some go, some shit like that. All right, next day we're gonna go out to Manchester. We're gonna go to Sissy's Drop Zone. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that book out. Demon Camp by Jennifer Percy. Demon Camp by Jennifer Percy. Okay. My Soldier's Exorcism. That's interesting. Very interesting.
There, just saying, Lincoln, it has the
oh my God, caveating for Christ.
Oh.
Thanks, Cos. Caveating for Christ.
I quit.
Behoove for brotherhood, Jesus. Oh Lord, it's time for caveating for Christ. Having like a freaking. We're gonna get so freaking fried in hate mail for talking about Christians and stuff like that when everyone's gonna get the ass about it. We're just joking, okay? We are purely joking. Yes. Everybody wants to behoove with the brotherhood. Caveating for Christ. Piggybacking off the pulpit. I was talking to the Lord the other day, and he said I needed to get a Ferrari from you people. Oh my God. That's funny as shit. I love that. Boo. Caveating for Christ. Love you guys. That was fucking funny. That was fucking hilarious. Oh, Lordy. Having like a Medea movie or something like that. Oh my God. Right? Then he said, What's that?
I found the book. It's about in 2005, a Chinook helicopter carrying 16 special ops soldiers crashed during a rescue mission in a remote part of Afghanistan, killing everyone on board. And then it goes on about what it is that he sees, the ghosts of all of his friends everywhere, and then winds up going to an exorcism camp in Georgia that promises them deliverance from war.
Oh, the deliverance from war. I'm going to promise you
Yes.
deliverance. You know what? Anything that has to do with Georgia and deliverance, I ain't trusted.
Dun, 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 dun,
We're here to exorcise them demons from your boy. None, thank you. I'm good. Welcome to the welcome to the fellowship camp. You're done. You made a wrong turn, buddy boy. I was here to get this thing relief. Oh, we're gonna get relief from you. We're the behooving brotherhood. We're gonna caveat for Christ and make sure you get all that piggybacking from the pulpit. Oh my god, that's pretty cool. Oh man, Demon Camp. I'm gonna check that book out, man. That actually is pretty. That looks pretty interesting. I think who wrote. Matter of fact, we should get in contact with the author. How about that? We should get in contact with these individuals and have another paranormal show. I mean, I know it's not Halloween and stuff. We're telling scary stories and we're talking about paranormal experiences. But yeah, it's crazy. It's unreal.
I will definitely reach out.
Right. Oh yeah, it'd be awesome. But anyways, what's going on? Someone saying we don't have no sound. Let me see. Yeah, I got you. We got sound, man. We got sound, William Wallace. You been drinking that 3 Cletus? Yeah, I got sounds all up, son. We're all up.
Make sure your volume's up.
Yeah, make sure your volume's up. Everyone's like, there's something. I like it when I get PMs and that Facebook's not working or Mixer's not working and YouTube's not working. And then I'm like, refresh your browser. Oh. If I can hear myself talk, then we're good to go. I mean, cause I got other monitors up there as well. And I also got people in there too. Yeah, we got sound. Yep. What do you mean? Read
Okay,
read
everything's
what?
working.
Yeah,
Everything's working.
What? Read what, Pip? What am I supposed to be fucking reading?
He's talking about that book. Yes, he has read the book. Is what he was saying.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, you read the book. Oh, okay, cool.
Yes, Pip's read the book.
Pip's read the book. All right. So
I have not.
I have not. I was saying we should get the fucking author on here, and that way we can, have we can have him come on. Or who's the author? Is it Jennifer? What was her name? Jennifer something. Jennifer Percy is her name. Have her come on and talk about this. That's a fascinating subject. I don't think we've ever had anybody come on and talk about paranormal stuff aside from the guys from RIP way back in the day, and that'd be kind of like spooky and shit. I like that stuff. Yeah, we should also have some alien people coming on about that. I know if you obviously
I will find you some alien people.
Find me some.
Making a note right now. I know what you mean.
Right.
I speak ice.
Yeah, you speak ice. Thank you.
Yes.
Hang on. Let me see. Everyone's like freaking. Hang on. Let me freaking out. Let me double check the sounds and make sure we're all good to go. Because everyone's like freaking out about the sound. Yep, I hear it. Okay, that was Spanky. Doing the giggles. Yep. Let me see. I'm looking on this one right here. Yep, all sounds are up. I don't know what's going on, guys. Don't know today. No idea what's happening. Gents. There we go. Yep. Hang on. No idea what's happening. Gents. Yeah, see? Right, like we're on a good delay. See? I can hear myself. Ooh, it's weird. It's creepy when you hear yourself. Isn't that creepy when you hear yourself? Do you ever hear yourself?
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Like if I listen back on a podcast, I'm like, oh my God, do I sound like that? I'm
exactly.
so sorry, y'all.
Ew, yeah,
I really didn't mean to sound like this. It's just my voice. I apologize.
Meanwhile, the new generation of psyopers are using my voice to freaking drown out. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, the words that come out of my mouth sound so terrible.
Don't want to talk, huh? Well, we're going to go ahead and put Ice and Spanky on. No, nothing but that. We'll tell you everything. oh, now you want to talk.
Yeah.
No, I just don't want to hear their voices. You sound different. You know what I mean? Everyone you hear your voice, you're like, oh my God, do I really sound like that? Ugh. It's like, there's no way I sound like that. Anyways.
Oh, Tina wants to know your favorite scary movie.
My favorite scary movie? Ooh,
yeah.
Man, shit, I got a ton of favorite scary movies though. I mean, I really don't have one said scary movie that, you know, well, I tell you what, one that's kind of like affected me when I was growing up was The Exorcist. The Exorcist, The Exorcist. You know what I mean? That kind of like, you know, because you're young, you watching it. I know I shouldn't probably watched it when I was a kid,
right?
But I saw it when I was a kid. Holy, that was like it. You know, we had that HBO subscription and all that. And you always wanted to sneak out and watch. You know, watch. Ooh, here comes the titty channels and stuff like that, right? You want to sneak out? Well, for some reason HBO wasn't playing that one night, and so I was like, oh, what's this? What's this thing called? The Exorcist? Innocent little kid. Oh, what's this? And the next thing you know, you're just kind of like, what's going on? What do we have? What's going on with this Exorcist stuff? And the next thing you know, freaking, I watched it and I was like, whoa, scared the bejesus out of me. I was like, what the? And then I started like reading. I started going to libraries and looking at freaking books on exorcism and stuff like that. I found the book, The Exorcist, and I was like, what the whole? I was just like, you gotta be. You know what I mean? That's what kind of got me like kind of nervous about, not really nervous, but it just kind of like, damn, dude.
Like one that I remember, like probably the first memories I have of watching scary movies when I was younger. It was a movie called My Bloody Valentine.
Oh yeah,
it's just some B horror movie.
Yes, that
scared the crap out of me when I was younger.
No, that movie actually. You know what? That movie, I saw that movie too, and you know what? It was about a miner.
Yes.
Who was going around killing people with a pickaxe.
Yes, I remember seeing that. I couldn't have been like 7 or 8.
Right. Well, I was probably like 10 or 11. But I'm gonna age myself. I was probably like 15. But yeah, no. So that's what I'm saying. It's just some of those movies. Yeah, it depends. I don't really specifically have a favorite scary movie. So, but the one that kind of stuck with me, the first one that I saw was that Alien 2 as well. I saw watching Alien. But yeah, I remember My Bloody Valentine. My Bloody Valentine, because at the end of the movie, the guy freaking takes his mask off and he limps away, and everyone's like not doing anything to him, and he just like slowly disappears in the darkness. And you can hear him laughing at the end in the mine shaft. I'm like, is anybody gonna go in there and kill him? You mean the guy's like waxing everybody with freaking. That was My Bloody Valentine. Prom Night. Remember the old? We're gonna talk about that. Remember that movie too? Prom Night.
Yes, and I can't remember. Those all came on like HBO or Cinemax or something like that. Or my dad rented them or something, because my dad, went to whatever the version of Blockbuster was in the 80s. So he rented like everything, and like I don't know, I just always watched them when my parents weren't around. I'm like, okay, they went to bed, I'm gonna watch TV, and like scared the shit out of me, but I kept watching the shit anyway.
Right, yeah, that one, and then of course there's Friday the 13th, of course, and then A Nightmare Before Elm Street. The original Nightmare, the very first one.
Yeah, and oh god, and I remember I watched Friday the 13th with a babysitter, and I had to have been even younger because I remember I lived in California still, so I was at the oldest 8 years old, and that scared the shit out of me. Couldn't go to sleep. Remember my parents even coming home, from going out that night. Yeah, that scared the shit out of me with the first one. I watch it now. I'm like, I can't believe that scared me when I was little.
Right.
But it did.
Right. No, that, and then what was the other one? I heard you say something else. What was the other one?
Oh, Poltergeist.
I
was at that age. Still motherfucking hate clowns. Fuck your clowns. Fuck that movie. I haven't watched it. I read the book when I was younger, but nope, not watching it.
Right. So yeah, it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Yeah, exactly. Oh. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because that was based on a true story. That was based on Ed Gein. So that was things that like stories that were based on and you start reading about serial, because the old school serial killers were some serious motherfuckers. Like they were like the OG serial killer, like Ed Gein, Lizzie Borden. They were like OG freaking like real. These were individuals that really did some of the most heinous shit that now movies are made of. You know what I mean?
And it took a lot longer to catch them then. There was no DNA. There was no, I mean, even like psychological, what do they call it? Like being able to get into their heads. I can't even think of the word I'm looking for with the shit they do on Criminal Minds.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's relatively new. Like they didn't know how to do that. And even if they did, there was no database to put it all into. If they like didn't stay in the same place, it was almost impossible to catch a serial killer.
Right. And then there was exactly, the Pet Cemetery. And then there was the Hellraiser. Yeah, exactly, Cause Hellraiser.
Oh, that was the one with all the nails in his face.
Yeah, Pinhead. That was that.
Yeah,
that movie
that
was all about freaking like some serious S&M with fucking meat hooks and shit. I think there was like only 2 of them. I think the first 2 were pretty cool. I think what got me the most was the fascination by the special effects, on how one of the characters that died in the story in the movie, he starts coming back, but he's coming back in layers. He's not coming back like all together. So he starts coming back, and then the next thing you know, he's like the human body. So you see him coming with just skeleton. You see him coming back then he's got muscles on him. Then he's killing everybody and taking their blood and shit like that. And he starts slowly coming back as a human. That movie was fucking crazy. That movie was freaking crazy.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Hellraiser? You haven't seen Hellraiser?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to watch. Yeah, you gotta watch Pinhead.
I know. I remember like the posters, because I know the face, but I don't think I've actually watched that movie.
We will tear your soul apart, Kirsty. the name was girls. The lead, one of the girl's name was Kirsty. And,
no, I don't think I've seen it. We have to watch that.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Make the girl watch it.
Yeah.
She's not a fan of scary movies.
Yeah, watch them. Yeah, make her watch. Yeah, you know what? Just like the babysitter made you watch, you should do the same thing. What was the other one that was so the Nightmare on Elm Street got funny. Actually, you knew your sense of humor got kind of savage when you thought that Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors was funny as hell. When Freddy Krueger started killing people, but he started having these one-liners. He started having these funny ass shits. Like he would make a comment, like when the girl who was always watching TV, and then he picks her up and grabs her with these mechanical arms, and all of a sudden his head pops out of the top of the TV with the antennas twirling around. Then he goes, "Welcome to prime time, bitch," and he freaking rams her head in the fucking TV. I died laughing. I could not stop laughing. That was freaking hilarious. I could not stop laughing when I saw that movie, and I'm just like, holy crap. This is awesome. This is freaking and every single episode after that got even funnier. You know what I mean? Every single event that he did, or every single kill or death that they would have. Like the one girl who was all about her vanity and stuff like that, and turned her into a cockroach. You remember that one? That
right.
Scene. Yeah. Oh my God, the Freddy Krueger one-liners. You cannot. There was the other one where he goes. There was that one guy who thought he was who thought he was a wizard or some shit like that, and was making fun of him for being in a wheelchair. And here in this world, he said something like, "Here in this world, you think you're whatever, but when you wake up, it's back in the saddle again." You know what I mean? That fucking, or another one is no running in the hallway. He was killing me. Fucking love, dude. It was just awesome. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. Yeah, all of them. I love his one-liners. Are freaking. I mean. They were you started watching more of the movies just to watch his one-liners at that point. You didn't start seeing anything else. You got the body and I got the brain. You know what I mean? That was fucking hilarious. I'm gonna watch them all now. I'm gonna watch them.
The premise was scary at the beginning, and then it just got funny, and I think they knew that because you can't okay, you can die in your dreams, and there's only so much you can do with that. So I think they did a good job of making it funny.
Right.
I mean, you can't have 17 in the same movie over and over and over again.
And then he kills one of the guys. He's drowning him because he's all getting all freaking in the waterbed. He kills Johnny Depp. He's like, "How's this for a wet dream?" This is fucking awesome. Now I'm starting to remember the one-liners from all. I used to watch Freddy Krueger movies like crazy, and then they had a remake of them. Nightmare. They just redid it, like literally just did the Nightmare Before Elm Street, but they made it more serious. And oh my god, it was freaking hairy. This is it, Jennifer, your big breaking TV. It's fucking awesome. All of his one-liners, man. You cannot. Freddy Krueger. I mean, it was funny because you saw the guy, Robert Englund, who played Freddy Krueger. You saw him in other TV shows, and he was like this little. He was like just nice little, like a little nerdy guy. Would be harmless. You know what I mean? And he would be
just little and cute.
He was just he's like, oh hey, how you guys? He always played like scientists or little nerdy guys, and
Right.
then he next he's in Dream Warriors saying faster than a bastard maniac, stronger than a local madman. It's Super Freddy. You know what I mean? He's like fucking, it's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Oh no, screaming while the bus is in motion. And I'm like, this is the same actor? Holy crap! It's freaking hilarious, man. Oh man. Human Centipede. Why did you even have to bring that up? Why did you even have to bring up the Human Centipede? That's not even a scary movie. That's just torture. That's like that is an unreal movie to watch. The Human Centipede. That right there, you're just like, wow. Did you really say that? That's like, did you really drop that on there?
That was one of those Misery Love Company movies. A friend of mine had seen it, and you got to watch this movie. It's so great. Blah 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 blah. I like watched the first one. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? She's like, yeah, I really was. I just wanted to make you suffer because I suffered through watching that movie.
See, Human Centipede was on. What was it? I think it was Deployed or something like that. And there was like, oh, you can watch this movie. It's called The Human Centipede. And what the hell is this about? I thought it was like a mutant or something like that. I thought it was like for genetic testing or some shit. Like, yeah, let's watch that. You got movies, you're downloading movies, and fucking next thing you know.
It's like, what the fuck?
You watch that shit and you're like, what the fuck is this? Why did that doctor sew that guy's face to that chick's ass? Like, what the hell is going on? Wait a minute. And the next thing you know, he's like feeding him fucking like Taco Bell or something like that to go to. I'm like, this is disgusting. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not very squeamish. I mean, I watch, Dr. Pimple Popper and shit like that, or, I'll watch dudes, Ogrish or something like that. I don't mind watching, kind of my line of work. I had to watch all those type of movies to kind of like fuck with the bad guys. So, but it was just funny to see the Human Centipede, and even though it was just a fucking movie, that I was just like, ugh, that's just like, what the hell is this? It's like, what the, no, I was like, but then you got like, all right, I watched the movie, now I want to see how it ends.
Right? You can't just stop mid Taco Bell.
Yeah, exactly. You just can't stop. Yeah, exactly. You can't just stop. You can't just stop while she's blowing up a fucking chalupa through the guy's face and say it. No, I'm gonna cut it out right now. No, it's like I said, it's like the cleavage, the sun, and the train wrecks. You got to watch it happen. Things like that just have to happen. You just like can't believe it. You can't fathom it. Fucking it's still going. So you're like, what the hell? Like, oh my god! It's like, I'm not gonna freaking no. The Human Centipede, and then they came out with another one. Then they came out with like three.
There's three.
There's three of them. So there's like the second sequence, and then there's one where like they captured prisoners, and that the doctor is like the doctor becomes a prison warden and has a private prison, and then he is the one is that freaking He is the warden of a private prison, and he sews up all these fucking prisoners ass to mouth. and I'm like, you've got to be. What makes me mad is that, could you imagine being the producer or the writer pitching this to a freaking movie studio? All right, check this out. I got. Hey, what's going on, Ken? You're here for a movie? Yeah. Me and Spanky here talking about a movie right now. We're gonna write. Okay, cool. What's up? Can I borrow your whiteboard, please? Yeah. Go ahead. All right, we got this idea for a script, okay? Bear with me now. People they escape. They're traveling in Europe, and then they get roofied in a bar. Okay, all right, that sounds right. But they get taken to the Black Forest, and you don't know what's going on. And this German freaking doctor like freaking captures them, and they think that the doctor's helping them out when actually he's not. They're just like images of them. Okay, I can get with that. Oh, I got that. And then they capture and they roofie somebody else. Okay, but this time it's a guy. Okay, keep going, Ken. Yep. You and Spanky. Yep, good guy. Okay. Now, bear with me now. The doctor sews the guy's face to the chick's ass and feeds her Taco Bell throughout the whole fucking movie. Bro, I would freaking... That's
what kills me.
I wouldn't be able to pitch an idea like that to anybody with a straight face without laughing. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I could pitch I could do the idea of the Camp McCall witch and fucking ghost puppies and pull that off successfully. Then me not laughing through, you know what I mean? Or I would get fired. I'd get fired from a movie studio for laughing at that. Wait a minute, you really want to do a movie about some guy fucking sewing people up face to ass? Is that what you really want? And then the doctor's like feeding fucking Taco Bell and freaking bratwurst and German beer to this chick? And what?
It amazes me that one, someone came up with that idea to begin with.
Right.
And then next they got someone to listen to it, and then they got the movie made. I'm like, for fuck's sake, how many people were smoking crack? It couldn't have been like pot. It had to have been crack. That's the only way I can fathom this even happened. And then they add 2 more. I mean, I guess enough people watched the first one to like, you know.
Everyone's like, this is a cult classic. What fucking cult is this that you know what I mean? What cult?
It's not my cheese cult.
It's about to say
it's not us.
It's not the Tecate cult. It's not the freaking Jack and Coke. It's not freaking. This is some serious shit. No pun intended.
I will kick you straight up out the cheese cult. If you're a fan of this movie.
You'd be like, a bunch of fucking Modelo drinkers fucking made this movie is what it was. I should say Coronas. But yeah, I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. There's no way that this was an actual pitch. Somebody, and like I said, what really blew my mind was when someone said, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Here's some money. We'll fund it. As a matter of fact, where do you want to film this? I want to film it on location in Germany. Let's do it. You have got to be.
But you're not kidding. That's it.
Exactly.
This actually happened.
Scott, exactly. Scott hit it right there. Imagine auditioning for that role. Could you imagine?
Like, you need to be an actor so bad.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, because the actors, there's actors that do anything. When I used to shoot film, there's films that you have to shoot that you don't want to, but you film them. Just like actors, there's some actors that do stuff that they don't want to do. Hey man, I heard you got the audition. Yeah, dude, what's this? It's about is this like some sort of laboratory science with mutants? I guess. I don't know what it is. It says right here that you're going to get captured, get roofied, and turned into some sort of human experiment. Wow, really? Oh, that's fascinating. I like sci-fi. You're walking in there like an idiot. They're all innocent and shit. And then,
here, stick your face in her ass.
Hey, we need to find somebody. Excuse me. Put your face on her ass. Do you want this job or not? I will make sure you're black. Maybe Harvey Weinstein was part of this. You know what I mean? Maybe they just did. We were like, you want to, because some of the recordings that he had. You want to make it this town. You want to make it in this town. You will put that face on that ass. But, as a matter of fact, you better put that face on that ass, and he's gonna put his face on your ass. But, and then fart in your face. You know what I mean? You have to know, because you know how actors like to experience. When they have to go through their role, like Heath Ledger fucking went nuts to become the Joker. Matthew McConaughey fucking lost all that weight to be an AIDS victim. All the actors have to do all this stuff. They're real dramatic, and they get method actor. Method acting is where they really get in their role, which to me I find method acting pretty fascinating, because you really have to have you want to be in that role. You got to be. Could you imagine if I had like a method actor coming on there? Like he's because most method actors come from England. That's why like all the good movies that you watch, like Star Wars, fucking Game of Thrones, and also the shit, they're all permeated with British actors. So you watch all these high end movies. Could you imagine? Yes, I'm here for the role, the lead role. You're gonna be a supporting role because we have a woman as lead role. Oh, okay, cool. What's the job entail? You have to put your face on her ass. Okay, and then he walks away. You know what I mean? And he gets involved. Could you imagine like doing the auditions?
I really want to know how much they got paid for this.
Exactly. Walking in there, hey dude, you need to like chill out. I am a method actor. I went for the finest art academies in Great Britain. I'm putting my face on her ass. You know what I mean? No, dude, we're just rehearsing. No, I would put. You know what I mean, dude? What are you doing? Get off my fucking ass, asshole. You know what I mean? Could you imagine? How did you do that? How the hell do we get on the subject of Human Centipede, anyways? But still.
Scary movies.
That's not a scary movie. That's freaking.
Oh, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. Christian Bale in Human Centipede 4. Exactly. He's going off. There's a video of Christian Bale going off on somebody. He's like, because somebody walked onto the set. It was on the Terminator. In Terminator Salvation, and somebody walked on and like got in the corner frame of the film, like it was like a gaffer or something like that. Somebody holding up a mic or somebody adjusting a light while they were filming, and Christian Bale thought that he was interrupting the scene when he actually wasn't. He was just on the side. Well, it distracted Christian Bale. You gotta be blah, 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 blah. He starts going off on this fucking crew member. Yeah, exactly. Nicolas Cage is the doctor. I was thinking more of like Christopher Lloyd, you know, from fucking Back to the Future. But yeah, okay, we can do Nicolas Cage. But yeah, could you imagine? And then he freaking he goes totally freaking ape shit and starts like, you know, going off on, I want to put my face on her ass. No, dude, it's just rehearsal. Oh, you just think you're just holding a fucking mic. You know, and he's going off on you. No, dude, I'm just adjusting the light. That shadow of my nose is on her right cheek. You know? Christian, we have the other guy that's gonna get strapped to your ass too. I don't care.
Definitely taping his mouth into somebody's head.
Yeah, exactly. Christian Bale's like, I'm Batman. No, you're not. You're fucking gonna put your ass to his face. You put your face to her ass. That's what you're gonna be doing. As a matter of fact, we're gonna use
face, ass.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna ratchet that head to that fucking butt cheek. You ain't moving anywhere. Oh my God, Woody Harrelson. Yeah, that's right. Was arrested for assault during the film of Zombieland because he was really into his character. Right, he was. Oh, speaking of which, Zombieland. That's a good movie, a good comedy movie. You know, we haven't made fun of The Walking Dead in a while either.
Because I stopped watching it.
We were all. I remember all of us were in the mood and shit and watching. We used to all fucking have binge parties and stuff. And we remember we used to have the binge parties until Negan. And then when Negan showed up, we're like, yeah. And then it got so freaking dumb. We all stopped watching after Negan killed Glenn and Abraham.
Yeah.
We were all like, we used to have Walking Dead commentaries and stuff like that.
I still watch it, and then I can't even right now. It's the same thing, and I know it was the same thing over and over again. But I'm like, okay, so I thought they would like switch it up with Rick being dead. Sorry if you haven't watched it with the spoilers. It's too late now.
Yeah, Rick's dead.
Yeah, I'm just like,
and Carl.
Yeah, like fuck. Like I watched like 1 or 2 episodes, and I'm like, all right, I'll just wait till it all comes out.
Well, they were supposed to
just to finish it.
They were supposed to have died a long time ago. I mean, they were already supposed to have been dead already. And just like, you know, other stuff. But anyways, we used to, it was just like the fucking like Zombieland. So anyways, so there's a new Zombieland coming out. And I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be pretty funny. But yeah, how the hell we started talking about? What was the other? What are the scary movies we talking? We started talking about fucking Hostel was a good one. That's a good one to watch.
Yes,
Hostel was.
I like that one. I did.
Hostel actually was kind of like gore, classy gore. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. It was definitely more gore than it was scary, but I really did like that. I think they kind of went overboard with trying to remake it. But like the whole premise of it, I think is a little more realistic. Like that kind of shit can happen type of thing.
Right. Yeah. Right. I think so too.
I think to that level, you know. But I do think that kind of stuff can.
You don't know that stuff,
like,
man.
You know,
I lived in Europe for like about 10 years, almost 10 years and shit. And I'll tell you what, it's there's some areas out there you just don't. You got to remember you're in Europe and you're like hours away from like Bosnia and Kosovo war zones and shit. You know, and their borders are open they're freaking all open. So you're gonna freaking go on there and then try to screw around and shit. You'll disappear. You'll just disappear. So many kids get abducted from there. It's unreal. So when you watch Hostel, something like that. When I watched that movie, I was like, ooh, that could happen. Oh shit, that could really that could fucking, and then no one will be able to understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? You're like, no, come on, get out of here, and you have some German guy screaming at you, 9. You know what I mean? We're gonna pull your eyeball out. You know what I mean? No way.
Oh, that's another one. The Saw movies, like the first couple, they were really good. Like,
yes.
They tried to put too much storyline in it, but those were really good. I love the first couple.
The first couple, they're still good.
I like
because
they're trying to do too many twists and turns. Like,
that's the whole idea. But it's good. Everybody watches for the torture devices, anyways. No one really watches for the fucking plot line. Come on, give me a break.
Exactly.
So everybody knows that when you saw Saw and it had all those fucking twists at the end, you wanted more. along with the death traps that were involved. And then after the second one came out, you were like, holy crap, this is getting better and better. And then the story arc, when it jumped to another character, to another character, to another character, you're like, holy crap. I thought that was badass. That shotgun collar was the one that impressed me the most.
Yeah.
The one with the shotgun shells around that chick's head. That was, I was like, whoa. Impressive. I like that. But
I liked a lot of them. I was just like
or the
and that's just like the kind of, and the thing that like freaks me out about it is yes, it's just a movie. It's just, but there were still human minds that came up with this. Like they imagined these traps. The writers, the creators of this movie, they still came up with these. There's some sick motherfuckers out there. They still came up with it.
Right, exactly. Well, no, the thing that tripped me out was the devices that they used. That's the one that tripped me out. And I'm with you on that one, Spanky. That there was individuals that actually sat around and said, I know, I get an idea. Let's go ahead and create a device where you have to put your feet and your ankles and your arms in there and your head, and then if the device starts twisting, where it twists that dude. Remember that one where they had all of his extremities, and it just starts clicking. You hear it click, 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 and it starts twisting the guy. It starts twisting all of his. That right there was like, because you're hearing bones breaking and shit like that. That right there, just like, whoa! That right there is like crazy.
The whole thing, like I said, I love watching those though. It's not like ass to mouth things. I
was about to say, what?
No,
you like watching what?
No, I said that's what. It's. Like I'm telling you, it's just what, like, we were talking about how, like, with the human centipede, it's like I can't believe someone thought that up and pitched it. It's the same thing that, like, it doesn't disgust me. It still freaks me out a little. Like someone thought that up, And like, yes, I get that like the Saw movies and stuff. It made a good movie, but someone thought that up. Like. They thought up all those, like, torture puzzles, and my mind's all blown again.
The shotgun collar.
Right.
I love that. That shotgun collar was badass.
Yeah, it's badass, and it makes a great movie. But people thought those up. They thought of those torture devices. Like, what are y'all doing with your lives that you can come up with these crazy torture devices?
How come MythBusters didn't do anything on the Saw devices? Like using cadavers or something like that. You know what I mean? What would it really do? You know what I mean? Like getting... that's a MythBusters I'd watch. In today's episode, Jamie attaches a human skull to the twisting machine to see if it's actually going to happen.
Right.
Meanwhile, he's also going to stick his arm backwards in a thing of needles. You know what I mean?
That'd be interesting. You should send them a stern email. Say, hey, this is what I want to see.
I don't even think MythBusters is around anymore. Didn't they have like somebody get killed or something like that?
I don't know. I don't ever watch live TV. If it's not on like Netflix or Hulu, I don't watch it.
Yeah. Speaking of the Jason movies, everyone's talking about we're on Jason 50 now. We're like Friday the 13th 50, like a new generation. I know they remade. The original. They remade the Friday the 13th movie, the first one, the very first one, which was when I saw it when I was a kid. I was like, whoa, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that was the one I saw with my babysitter when I was like little.
Yeah. And then you're like, whoa. And then when Jason came out of the freaking canoe and stuff, and came out of the lake and grabbed that chick in the canoe, and I was like, whoa. I was like,
yeah, that was scary.
That was like, whoa. And then, because, that was one of the movies where we're not having good at happy endings. You always watch the movie where they always kill the bad guy. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was the one that set the standard where they had fucking Leatherface dancing around the fucking street while the chick is screaming bloody, hysterically in the fucking back of a truck. You okay, lady? You know what I mean? Right. You imagine, you all right? No, there's just some big heavyset dude with fucking skin fur, with a skin mask, and waving a chainsaw around with a freaking wig, and the girl's all bloody. Yeah, she's totally fine. She's good to go. Oh man. Yeah, exactly, Tina. Why not cadavers? Did you hear the story about the guy who's suing the army because she donated her body to science or some shit like that, and so they blew it up. The army blew it up. They used it part of a fucking, like, they catapulted her, they exploded her. I don't know, whatever, but she was a cadaver. That would be like the way to go. Like,
for science.
For science. Oh, I'm all about science donations and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm serious. Well, I mean, I have injuries on my body that I would love to have my leg torn off or something like that to have like a cybernetic biomechanical leg or something like that. You know what I mean? Hell yeah.
New leg.
Yeah, new leg. Look like have half of my skull gone or something like that, just like totally turning into like a fucking like the Borg, or, like a Terminator or something like that. Yeah, I don't mind. I'll donate my body for the VA is introducing this new biomedical technology for you to be able to donate your leg. Hell
You'll be the
yeah.
first one to raise your hand.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I raised it up. And they'd be like, this one right here. Matter of fact, I'll help you cut it off.
Saw that in the Saw movie too.
Yeah, exactly. Saw that in the Saw movie too. Matter of fact, I did
Here's
see
a
the Saw
hacksaw,
movie.
You gotta do it yourself.
Yeah. Would you like to play a game? No, I got it. What are you doing? Saw my leg off. You just said you're gonna fucking donate my shit. That's not what I meant.
That takes all the fun out of it.
Exactly.
Fuck it, you win.
Exactly. No, wait, stop.
Ride my tricycle ahead of you.
You're not supposed to saw your leg off.
Elements.
What? Come on, little puppet. Shit. Looking like some crazy ass chick with Botox is what you look like.
Bad eyebrows.
With bad, yeah. Bitch, your fucking eyebrows ain't on fleek, saw puppet. You're not supposed to be cutting your shit off. What are you doing? The game's not going to work this way. I said, would you like to play a game? What are you doing? You gonna get that biomechanical leg and attach them shits? Come on, man. I'm gonna pass out. Oh, what are you staring at? Why haven't you moved? Why is everything looking gray? Hell yeah, dude. What am I doing? Holy crap. Shit. Fuck. We gotta do house cleaning.
Oh. Sweep the floor.
Oh my God.
Clean your blood up from sawing,
exactly.
sawing your leg off.
Exactly.
I'm not cleaning that shit up.
Yeah, exactly. He just rolls me out in a gurney. Fuck this guy. Next. Who is this guy? He says he can't feel half of his body. What's going on with him? Grab the wrong motherfucker. The VA should never give you money. Oh my God. Oh man. What was that? Where were you at?
It's Halloween, December 31st.
Oh yeah, it's all.
We got blood all over the floor.
Oh my God. Okay, hang on. Hey, you got a cut sheet up? I don't think I have a. Do we got anything going on? Do we got anything big going on?
We do. 1 second. I'm pulling it up. Hold on. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Now everything wants to go slow.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm having problems looking at my cut sheet right now, and I can't. My screen went blank. So I'm like, are we still on? Are we broadcasting still?
I hope so. Because I got a beach ball. Because that's what happens when I get put on demand.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me see.
Okay. You want me to go through them, the guests? Because I sent it.
Yeah. See, now it says, mine says now. Okay, now it wants to open up.
You got it?
Yeah, now I got it. My bad. It's just like It's like So 10 November we have Carrie Wilcox coming on from Valor Ranch. She'll be on to talk about what they offer women veterans, and she calls the organization Sheroes, which is serving, honoring, empowering, and restoring our esteemed service women. Valor Ranch focuses on a holistic approach to empower our nation's female veterans. And that's going to be on Kicking with Cause with Cause and Owl. And then on the 17th of November, on Sunday, we have Daryl Paul. Firefighter Daryl Paul been on the show to talk about how he takes fire hoses that have been retired out of service and turns them into American flag displays. Wow, that's pretty cool. I never seen that. That's a nifty idea. And then we're going to have on the 18th of November on Monday is going to be Glenn Banton from the Operation Supply Drop. He's going to be on to talk about his nonprofit. Operation Supply Drop is a veteran support ecosystem enhancing lives through community engagement. Is also the lead veteran advocate for an entrepreneur for the Psych Armor Institute with Bob Woodruff. Oh God, I can't even say that. Bob Woodruff. Bob, can you say that 5 times fast? Stop. Yeah, Bob, exactly. Nah. Bob Woodruff, School for Volunteers and instructor mentor at Bunker Labs, a Google VetNet mentor, and an executive producer for We Are the Mighty. And he's a commissioned Kentucky colonel, I still want to know what the hell that is. I have no idea what a Kentucky Colonel is. I always think about Kentucky Fried
Oh, I do
Chicken.
too. I do too. That's why I leave it there.
Yeah, exactly. So, a lifetime member of the Academy of United States Veterans and currently serves as an appointed board member of the Small Business Administration's Veteran Business Affairs Committee. And, yeah, that was it. Oh, and then we also have, okay, so we're still working on the freaking bugs. God dang it. We're supposed to be on Twitter, but it didn't happen. So, we're still working on it. It's okay, but we still have the tubes up. We still have both Facebooks up. We have the Mixer up. We have TuneIn app. We have iHeartRadio. We have all these other channels. We're gonna post a list of all the platforms that you can listen to us on, so that we'll be able to download us as well on the Google Plays and iTunes, which is no longer called iTunes. It's called Apple Podcasts. What they did was Apple destroyed iTunes, and so now it's Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Apple TV, Apple Books. So those are the 4 entertainment methods you can get it. So if you still use, obviously, your iTunes Music, but it's now called Apple Music and Apple Podcast. Just go ahead and hit WTF Nation Radio and then the search bar, and you'll see it up. As soon as our podcast gets posted, then, I think, did we ever do the recode? Did you ever check to see if that recode, because it had like some weird hieroglyphics in there and shit.
I'll double check.
I gotta double check myself. I don't even know. But anyways. At any rate, so that'll be it. Thank you all for joining us tonight on WTF Nation Radio's Halloween edition. We totally appreciate y'all freaking hanging out with us. What else? What's the other one? That was it. No, I'm not going to do third hour. No guess, no third hour. There we go. All too easy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, too easy. Yeah, easy.
Easy peasy.
Easy.
Spooky shots.
Yep. All right, so y'all have a good night and have some of them shots, and then we'll see you on Friday. Tomorrow we have Friday Night Freedom with Kaz.
Yes. That's what we were forgetting.
That's what we were
there was
forgetting.
something.
Yeah, that was what it was.
That's why we're sitting here waiting.
So now we have Friday Night Freedom back on the chopping block. So we have Thursday Sergeant's Time with me and Spanky. We have Kaz with Friday Night Freedom. Saturday is still a day off. We have Kicking It with Kaz with Al and Kaz. And then Monday edition with me and Flash. Flash is on assignment right now. He's doing he's been doing a lot of army stuff. He's doing lots of stuff that's kind of like, where you at, dude? There's all this reserve shit he's doing.
Doing Flash things.
Yeah, he's doing, Flash
things.
And then of course Tuesday, Wednesday's off, and I bring you back here to Sergeant's Time. Thank you all again for hanging out with us, and you all have a good night. Make sure the little ones are secured. Make sure you inspect the candy, find the edibles. You know the deal. You all have a good night. Shouts.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. And now they say that they a giant gun in Russia. So sorry, have to burst your bubble. Be a good sport now, sit back, relax, and watch us through the Hubble as we celebrate the greatness of the United Planet of America. Space Force, we'll saddle up our intergalactic horse and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Now we'll go to infinity and beyond, beyond. You'll hear all manly voices singing Space Force strong. The critics say sound doesn't travel in space, to which we reply sound will do as we say. Oh, Captain Kirk, your achievements, though notable and fine, as far as we're concerned, this is Deep Space Mine. And big fans, but Lord Vader, step away from the lightsaber. There can only be one, of course. Space Force. Space Force, we'll saddle up our intergalactic horse and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.